Well, first of all, I want to say that I was unable to attend the consultation yesterday, but definitely I was here today. It's quite a long consultation. I believe that this is a very important process. Certainly, the Maya Leaders Alliance, along with the Toledo Alcaldes Association, along with their council, coming to meet the community of San Pedro Columbia to explain the consent order. I believe it's very important because it is only through information sharing that our people will be able to better understand the consent order and its implications.
So far with the consent order, what is it saying to your people, or from what you have gathered from the presentation?
Well, basically what it's saying is that the CCJ has basically ruled that the Maya people of the 38 villages have customary land rights to their lands, and as such the court has ordered the government to ensure that these lands are demarcated, mechanisms are put in place, such as legislation and other policies to ensure that what the court has ordered basically gives life to this entire process.
Do you think that the delivery was presentable to the villagers of Columbia? And I know you have been mingling with some of the residents. What is the feedback like?
I will say to you, this is a very complex issue. There are many questions, there are many concerns, that were answered, but yet there are many that have not been answered because it's an ongoing process. So definitely, I believe that the community, stands to benefit, from this consultation process. I believe that this will have to continue. Our leaders, our communities have to continue to be engaged, to ensure that at the end of the day, whatever decisions each community takes is going to be representative of what the majority of the people in each particular community wants. I am of the firm belief that nothing can be achieved if we keep fighting and opposing each other. This has happened for too long. I believe that under the last administration, under the UDP, the can was kicked down the road. It is time to pick up the can and for us to, move forward. That is what we need to do. So all hands, all deck must be on board.
I think it was a clear cut to our people because there were more questions than answers, and I think for this 2 days consultation, it was some of it was cleared out, and some eyebrows were raised because of the missing information that was out. But I think overall, it's a step towards a journey of 1,000 miles.
What are some of these eyebrows that was raised? Is there anything in particular that you found that needed answers to and wasn't met?
Well, simply because I think that it was a long-awaited consultation by the leaders, by the Maya Leaders Alliance, and I think that it was long overdue. But I'm happy that it happened, and simply because the tension raised because of some of the villagers were concerned about their land being taken away and all this little misinformation. But it was clarified, and I'm certain that it will mean that it will not be the first or the last time. So I'm certain enough that there will be more consultation, and I'm expecting very good response from both the NGO and the government on the government side.
And I am happy to know that a lot of people are getting to understand what this whole issue is about, what the Maya land rights speaks of, what is it, what it entails. We know we have a lot of words out there. May not be nice. It's usually, well, I no support MLA, they against it, or I no support Christina, I no support Pablo, It's that type of perception that they have there, because I guess they see them as a party that would have interest within our community. And clearly that's not the case. Clearly what is happening here is that the community is now being empowered to make collective decisions on behalf of their community that they occupy. So we have a lot of positive feedback. There is a sense of fear within them because they don't necessarily understand the entire implications of this Maya land rights. And I'm glad that when they are part of the session, and it became an eye-opener for them. It becomes, they feel like, what, well, I thought that if I had my land, that would have been taken away from me. Now I think they get a sense that that's not the case. As opposed to those who might not have land, they, they get the idea, well, I have been occupying a piece of land. I have been working this piece of land, but I can't afford a lease. I can't afford a title. Now they get the sense that, what, you aren't doing anything wrong. You are within you're within the scope of your rights. The rights afforded to you is that you are the legitimate owner of the land that you have been using. We definitely need more time. We need to understand all the different implications that comes along, all the pros, all the cons. We understand that currently it's a work in progress. There are different phases that needs to be undertaken, and for us to really and truly understand the entire thing, we have to be involved from the very inception up to the very end. It is expected that thereafter we collectively, as residents of San Pedro Columbia, that we will make a decision that we will live with, be it that we endorse and we accept our inheritance, or we don't, and we have to live with the consequences.